Hello there! Welcome to Enjoying World of Warcraft, a guide to having a healthy mindset. My name is Tuskeh, and in this video we're going to discuss how you can enjoy World of Warcraft just that little bit more. With Warlords of Draenor so far away, it's important to keep yourself busy to prevent yourself from burning out on content. If you're a raider, you'll only be able to put up with so much Siege of Orgrimmar. If you're a PvPer, you'll only be able to do so much PvPing. And with the content on a hold, it's really easy to just get bored with the game. There are a lot of ways to keep yourself busy until the next expansion hits, and I have a video detailing just that, suggesting some examples of things to do while waiting for Warlords of Draenor. You can hit the annotation on screen now to go to that video. However, there is one big thing you can do, and that is just to simply enjoy World of Warcraft more. Now, it's difficult to just tell yourself to enjoy the game more, especially if you've been playing it for a long time like I have. However, there are a few ways in which you can get more out of World of Warcraft. This really comes down to having a healthy mindset. There are lots of ways to enjoy the game, just beyond PvP and PvE. Here are a few of my suggestions. The first is leveling. It's such a chore, isn't it? Well, why? Because you want to get to the max level as fast as you can, so that you can get into the real part of World of Warcraft? Fair enough. But I feel that this is sort of an unhealthy mentality to have. Having leveled up both normally, and by power grinding dungeons with heirlooms several times, I have to say that I enjoyed the process a whole lot more when I actually took my time. This is something that not enough WoW players do. They don't just take the time to enjoy themselves. There's no patience. Now I understand that some players have taken their time before and now they just want speed to level through as fast as they can. But I heartily suggest taking your time anyway. It's a great way to grow attached to your character and the world, and to learn more about it. In my other guides I mention locations all over Azeroth by name, from Dire Maul to the Howling Fjord. I didn't look them up because I took my time in the game. I learnt more about it. So give it a shot. Read the quest text, even out loud if you want, to get into the game a bit more and to make leveling a bit more interesting. This is great if done with another person who's interested in leveling like this. I went through Mists of Pandaria with another person, reading out the quest text on Skype, taking the time with it, looking at things, exploring, and not just powering through, and it was some of the best times I've ever had playing World of Warcraft. Secondly, try out the other faction. It's very easy to get locked into one faction, as I often do. The other side has an entirely different storyline, feel, music, ambience, everything. It's a whole different experience. This is something that I'm guilty of, but don't let yourself get stuck playing only one faction. Third, enjoy the moment. This is something that everyone is guilty of not doing. Throughout the massive dozens upon dozens of hours grind that is leveling, and the huge amount of dailies, achievement, raiding, and PvPing, it's so easy to forget that you need to enjoy yourself. It becomes about the gameplay, and eventually the gameplay will get stale. So take your time to stop, look around, and marvel at how just awesome this game is. There's a reason it's so successful beyond just the gameplay. The art style is amazing. The sights are varied, the environments are really expansive, there's loads and loads of Easter eggs hidden in the doodad placement, the conversations between NPCs, and in the books you can read. Listen to the in-game music. It's been crafted for the zone you're in to be immersive. There's a reason I use it in my videos. Just take a moment to listen to this. Isn't it just awesome? Finally, if you found the other points I made to be a little bit weird, prepare yourself to be freaked out. My final suggestion to enjoying yourself more in World of Warcraft is role-playing. This is going to seem very strange, but WoW is a role-playing game. Even if you don't stand around in a tavern on a role-play server just going, "Oh yeah, readily," you get invested in your character. You spend so much time with your race, your class, your name, your character, constantly gaining power with levels and gear, that you get invested. We've all felt this at one point or another. Now, imagine that feeling of investment taken to the next level. Imagine taking the time to think of a backstory for your character, a personality, how they talk, quirks about them, how they interact with others. Then you throw them into situations with dozens, sometimes hundreds, of other players who have done exactly the same thing. It's so easy to just say, "Blah, role-playing is for nerds, it's dumb, it's lame, it's sad," but we're all playing the same game here. To an outsider, we're all nerds. We're all dumb, we're all lame, and we're all sad. But that doesn't matter, because loving this game is about passion, and role players, myself included, have that passion. They just express it differently, but that's all roleplay really is. Passion. Passion about the world, about the story, and about the characters. Just look at some of these examples. Sites, dedicated to writing about player-made characters. Pieces of art done about guilds that roleplay. Roleplay PvP battles set up with rules to make for immersive, large-scale engagements. News articles about what happens on roleplay servers. As you can see, it's really just about passion. Now, it can be difficult to get into roleplaying, yes, but if you are in the slightest bit interested, here are my suggestions. First, look up a written guide about roleplay. There are a lot of things you should probably know, like how to talk in character and out of character, how to avoid power emoting and metagaming, things like that. If you're on the EU servers, I heartily recommend making a character on the Argent Dawn. I spent most of my WoW time on that server, and I have to say, it's awesome. You can see some of the events that the server held in the background now. If you're on the US servers, I'd suggest Wormrest Accord for getting into roleplay. Moonguard is also possible, but it does have a bit of a reputation for being a little bit seedy and disreputable, so beware. But, overall, I'd say that roleplay can keep you interested in your character, in stories, and in the game for months, if not years of time. To conclude, there are a lot of ways to enjoy World of Warcraft. These are by no means the only ones, but they are my personal suggestions, and I feel like they're a little bit bizarre. That's the point. If you can change your mindset to try out these things, then you might find that there's a lot more time to be put into this game than you originally imagined. That's it for this guide. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any comments, thoughts, feedback, suggestions or advice, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you like or dislike the video and subscribe to catch these guides as soon as they come out. Thank you very much for watching, and best of luck with keeping yourself entertained while we all await the next expansion to this, frankly, wonderful game.